Welcome back to the workshop for this continuation video of the machining of the side clamps for the Carvera. I'll press on with the next operation or two and see how we get on. I've made some alterations to the G-code to take into account some suggestions made by members of the forum, Model Engineers Workshop, and that includes using slightly smaller milling cutters and changing spindle speeds, depths of cut, that sort of thing. So let's see if I can remember what I did and how it affected the cutting. Yeah, here we go then. I've switched the air assist on to blow the chips out of the way, I hope. So inevitably the compressor will come on from time to time during this run. Now I've set it to check the margin. What was I saying about the probe? About the compressor? Anyway, probe's going down. Boink. Double boink. It'll now move over to the work and trace out where it's going to be doing the milling. That looks alright. It'll then probe the Z height. Now it's going to go back promptly to change the tool, which I'll do. Now I think I'm going to have to watch this very carefully. Oh. Because when it probed the height at the depth. It's already been milled. So I may have to jump in and stop the machine, because I think it should be milling from the top of the material. However, we'll see. The spindle's coming down, just about to touch off the tool to measure the tool height. There it goes. Now we'll try and zoom in and got a picture for you. That's not very good. Otherwise I'm having to move the top of the tripod. Started cutting. But the depth of cut is very shallow. Sorry about this camera work. I'm probably going to get in the way now as well. No, it's cutting out the bits what it's supposed to. I think I could have been a bit more aggressive on the depth of cut, but better safe than a broken mill, I think. Lovely when that compressor stops. Assist is obviously doing a good job of blowing the chips out of the way, at least on this bit. Just coming up to line 80 of the G code. I would estimate we're about a quarter of the way through this operation. Inbuilt light inside the case here is not helping, and the camera shot's not ideal either. I think for the next one perhaps I'll try and move the camera. You'll probably get more noise from the compressor. You might get a better shot of the actual cutting. That's well timed. Well, as you can see, I've changed the position of the camera. We're up by the compressor, which has conveniently just gone off, and as you can see, the air assist is doing a fairly reasonable job of keeping the chips out of the way. I mean, it may be taking quite a long time, but it's actually producing, by the look of it, a good finish. So I'm happy to take my time and get a good finish rather than rush it and have an inferior finish. There we go again. Looks to me like we're down to the waste board. I'm going to nip over to the emergency stop. We're down to the waste board. I had a think, and when I funk a bit, and this is going to go through the whole damn routine again, but it's better than the alternative. What I'd done is set the Z probe as an offset X5 and Y5, my big fat podgy sausages, so that it probed the already milled out area as the Z, so I've moved it back to 0, 0, which is off to the edge here, and now it's going to go down as far as the spoil board and no further, I hope. So I'm going to let this run and I'll bring you back when it shifts over. Let's finish the air cutting. Now it's moving over to the second one. Compressor will no doubt chime in shortly. I'm thinking perhaps instead of a helical ramp down, that should have been more of a vertical -y. There we go. This is like watching paint dry. I'll bring you back in a minute. It's starting to cut metal now. Yep, see the snowstorm of chips. What I have found by looking at the program as it runs is that the step down is 0.25 millimeters. That's 4 per millimeter, and there's 8 millimeters thickness. There's 32 rounds of going up and down. But as I say, I prefer that to hoiking, broken, cutting in mills out. It's getting towards the end now. Not yet through to the spoil board, but it won't be long. In fact, there it is, at the spoil board. Well, at this point I should be taking you back to the inside of the Carvera Air and showing you the results of the latest milling operation. However, I didn't catch the video somehow. When I came to download it, it was precisely 1 second long. I think I may have forgotten to press the button, or press the button twice, I don't know. However, I've lost the video, and of course I can't do it again, so I'll show you what the result was. What I can tell you was when it did run, I was obviously using a far greater depth of cut, and when I looked at the G code on the screen of the computer, I reckon it was about 1 millimeter. It was certainly making a lot more noise, and it appears to be much more aggressive and took less time obviously to mill out the slots. Anyway, I'll show you over on the mill how it has turned out. Not that that's much consolation, but there we are, it worked and it didn't break any cutting mills. There we are, this is the result of my unrecorded cutting endeavours, and these two slots go from the very top of the material right through to the bottom, and I suppose it took in all less than 5 minutes to do these two, including all the wiggly drop down from the retract height. Now there we are. Next will be the cutout around here to make the ramps, and that's going to be again done with an 1/8 inch flat end cutter, followed by a 2 millimeter diameter radius ball end to smooth it all off. Here you join me back at the mill, and inevitably the compressor. I've already probed the height of the workpiece, and the mill is now running down, touching off the cutting end mill, and now it's about to start cutting out the pockets. I've got a very good view there, so I'll try and turn up a bit. There we go. This is in fact a couple of days after my last video, and I've been back and revisited the G code again, and I've altered the down feed for roughing cuts to 0.5 mil. So, well, let's see what happens. Interesting times. I remember to switch the air blast on again. So as you can see, there's a storm of chips coming off and being blown out. I think this is going to take some while, so perhaps I'll feed back in when it's got a bit further on. I think perhaps in hindsight I may have set the feed rate down, depth of cut, to about 0.2 again, without going back to the Fusion 360 files. I can't work it out, but there we are. I think we're nearly there. We finished the ramp and we're just going down into the front side. Ooh, no, we finished this. So start again on the other one. And looking at the program progress on the laptop, it looks to be about between a quarter and a third of the way through the program, so I'll let you go and watch your own paint dry. There we are, let's finish that bit. Just realised that I've done this in the wrong order. You probably can't see it, but it's leaving a little stump where the bores are going to go. It's machining around it. I should have done the bores for the holes first. There we are. Live and learn. Every day's a school day. Contrary to what I just said, in fact it's nibbled away at that centre spigot, and it's only left a little nub there which I think I can probably break off with a pair of pliers or something. So that's no great shakes, and we're on the last ramping pocket now. Well, these are the results. Handheld, I'm afraid, so maybe a bit wobbly. And I've broken off the little knobs that were left there, almost flush, and they'll be taken out when I do the milling of the holes. I think I'll probably do that next actually and see how it goes. Fully expecting the milling cutter to get broken with that thing, but there we go. Let's have a go, see what happens. Here we go with the first hole. See how it copes with that remnant of nub. Well, it seems to be okay. Not much light on the subject, so I'm afraid you're not going to see a great deal. However, I'll shine a torch on it and see if that makes any difference. Well, it's gone down and it's stopped. There we go. That's done. It's going back to its resting place, and onwards and upwards with the next one. I'll just have a bit of a clear up, and we'll come back in a minute. You joined me halfway through, well not halfway through, but just starting to cut the outside of these parts. Unfortunately, I missed the beginning by not pressing the record button. But there we go. It's getting a bit noisy now, and getting a bit noisier when I switch the compressor back on, which I switched off earlier when I did the previous bit of video. Not only that, I forgot to switch on the air assist, which is now blowing the chips away. So I'll start this off. You can watch a bit of it, and I'll bring you back when it's well, probably halfway through, and then I'm at the end. Well, it seems like I've been standing here about 2 days, but it's only about 10 minutes or so. But we're still only halfway down, but it is going quite well. The depth of cut is very shallow. I should have been more aggressive with it. I thought I'd set it at 0.5, but obviously not. It might even be as shallow as 0.05, which is why it's taking so darn long. There we are. We are getting there, and I haven't got to be anywhere else, so it's time's my own, and I'll just carry on till the bitter end. Again, we're about halfway down this one, and having looked a little more closely at it, I think we're still at 0.2 millimeters depth of cut. So next time, of course, I'll do it at 0.5. I thought I'd done it this time, but obviously not. The air assist is doing a good job. I've switched off the compressor so it doesn't make that awful noise in the background, but I'll switch it back on again soon because the pressure's dropping. Just get to the end of this side, and I'll do that. According to the progress bar on the controller software, we should be coming up to the tab stops any soon. Not stops, but just the tabs. So the launching will begin. You can't actually see. Off the compressor so you can hopefully hear me a bit better, but I'm going to have to turn it back on again soon. There we go. That's a frightening noise. Controller software still looks as if it's about only halfway through this one. Find that difficult to believe. We'll see what happens. Chips are building up over this side. About 10 centimetres deep. 10 centimetres? No, 10 millimetres deep this side. Getting blown over in that direction. Looks like we're very nearly down to the baseboard. It rises up over the tabs. Not long to go. Yes, we can see baseboard now. This should, I think, be the last. There we go, last trip round. It's pulled itself out. Toying with the idea of pausing it, but no, the air assist has blown that out. Really so far to travel on these bits, but I think it's going to take almost as much time. Still got a lot to learn. Come back later and see how we're getting on. I'm just coming down to the ramps, the tabs rather. So this one's nearly finished. I'll run this through to the end and then I'll do the other one off camera. Probably as well, because I think the battery's about to run out and I've only got one spare. Yeah, let's finish that one. Well, I'm going to bring the video to an end here. I inserted the ball end mill to clean up the ramps, and inevitably, I don't know, I must have forgotten to press the record button or something, but I managed to get a 3-second clip of pretty much nothing. So I'm afraid you missed the most exciting bit, because the end mill broke. I've only got one more, so I'm going to have a look at the G-code, see if I can't smooth things out a bit and take slightly less aggressive cuts, and do it again tomorrow. Anyway, if I do, you'll see it in a short video in which I'll clean it up, take all the bits out, clean them up and put them together and see if it works. Fingers crossed. Anyway, that's it for now, so if you have been, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.